Please join me in welcoming Lorenzo to the stage.
Good afternoon, Dean James, our incredible faculty and staff, friends, family, and of course, my amazing classmates. Welcome and congratulations. First and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for his guidance in this opportunity. I also want to take a second to thank the people who helped make this moment possible. I start with none other than my mom, my biggest supporter, my hero. Thank you for everything. It was in your lap, sounding out the words to Happy Birthday Cookie Monster, that I first felt like I unlocked the world. Thank you for the quiet sacrifices no one saw, and the loud cheers everyone, and I mean everyone, heard. You showed me how to lead with love, and how to live a life that's bigger than yourself. Today is possible because you and Dad showed up for me, and I know I'm not the only one. So to the rest of our families, friends, and mentors, thank you for your endless support and for nodding along when we tried to explain what a search fund is. You all stood by us even when we weren't entirely sure what we were doing here. And let's be honest, you probably weren't sure either. Because Wharton's a bit absurd. For instance, we kicked off this journey the way all great business leaders do, on a random golf course in Delaware. We traveled more than influencers without making a dime off of it. And we spent months stress recruiting for jobs we didn't even want. Yet somewhere in all of that, and classes of course, we learned something. No, it definitely wasn't how course match works. But we learned that Wharton is Wharton because of the people. And behind every black nameplate, there's a story. We learned from first-generation students carrying the weight of the dreams of those who came before them. We learned from the veterans among us who faced the unimaginable so others could choose their own path. We learned from student founders who refused to wait for the future, choosing instead to build it themselves. You see, our stories became our superpower because they reminded us what truly matters. Our stories pushed us to turn purpose into action. We brought conferences to life, mentored the class behind us, led venture treks halfway across the world, and we fought. Some of us fought off sleep in those brutal 8:30 classes. Some of us fought quite literally in a ring, being cheered on by thousands of classmates in tuxedos and prom dresses. And some of us fought without an audience, pushing for what we believe in quiet rooms, through tough conversations, really pushing for a Wharton that reflects the world we want to be someday. Now, today means something different to each of us, but whatever it means to you, I know it matters. For me, today is special because of my ancestors, my ancestors who were once enslaved, my ancestors whose suffering involuntarily contributed to the funding of the very university we graduate from today. My ancestors who never got the chance to walk these halls, but whose sacrifice, strength, and spirit are etched into every brick of this place we call home. So whatever makes today special for you, hold on to it because it brought you here, and that alone is worth celebrating. Y'all, standing here today, I feel grateful, inspired, and certain. Certain that what made these past 2 years extraordinary were the moments we chose to show up for one another. When someone lost a loved one, or tore an ACL, or when you had to give the same relationship advice to the same friend for the 5th time in a row. When real life cracked through the Wharton bubble and we held each other up. So class of 2025, I thank each of you for the memories, the stories you shared, and the way you showed up. Because that's where real happiness lives. Not in accolades or achievements, but in meaning. And I believe meaning comes from belonging. Belonging to one another. Belonging to a purpose bigger than ourselves. So keep showing up. Be the person that you needed when you started. And carry with you the stories we've shared. The ones that reminded us we were never alone because we're not. You see, I believe in this class deeply because we've already proven that when we show up for one another, we're capable of something extraordinary. But knowing what you're capable of also means knowing what's at stake. Because the world doesn't just need leaders. It needs courageous ones, and it needs us now more than ever. So Wharton class of 2025, wherever life takes you, whether that's consulting, something entrepreneurial, or taking a breath to figure out what truly sets your soul on fire, just remember, we were never meant to do this alone. And whatever you choose to build, chase, or create, just make sure it's for something bigger than yourself. Thank you, and congratulations again to the Wharton MBA class of 2025.